Action. Hello, guys. Welcome to our official kickoff. Hey, this is my name is Bonnie. This is PenuelGroup. It's all about cryptocurrency. We're just going to talk about so many things. I experienced in the crypto market. I personally I've had over 2 years experience in the market. By experience, I mean trading, investing, and also just really studying books, reading books about cryptocurrency and a lot of things, and experiencing so many things, the highs and the lows of the crypto market. And basically, we just come to a point whereby, we want to invite other people to share in our knowledge, benefit from our experience in ourselves. And I'm just going to introduce you as well to Timothy. I call him Master Tim. So yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Timothy. I'm 23 years old. I have 2 years experience in the cryptocurrency market. I've learned a lot. I've won money, lost money. Ultimately, the biggest thing I've learned in the market is about psychology. So I've been reading a lot more books about, understanding the sentiment and understanding who actually drives the market price in the market. So that will allow me to make better decisions when I'm trading.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, again, I just welcome you guys to a crypto market. You probably see the screen on there. So this is a global market. And I like to show these people this screen because you need to understand that this is it's a big thing, man. Everybody's involved. By everybody, I mean everyone from around the world is involved. Can you go on the coin market cap?
Bro, I think you can do it. Try it. Try it on your screen. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go on the coin market cap. Yeah, cool. So here, can you zoom in a little bit for me? So that we can see. Yeah, nice. So yeah, so this is a list of all the cryptocurrencies out there. At the moment, we're just showing the top 11. So many of you, obviously, some of you may be new to the crypto market. We have there's about 2,000 coins in this market. A lot of them are crap. Probably 90% of them are rubbish.
Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. All they are, we call them very simple pump and dumps. So just try to get your money to invest in their cryptocurrency, or don't have a sustainable projects that will actually be feasible in the future. So all they're trying to do is to get you to invest your money into their company, and once they get to a certain price, they'll sell their parts of the company, and ultimately you lose your money.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and so it's very important for you to from the step one to get the right information of what you're actually doing. Otherwise, you'll be actually lost quite a bit of money. Actually, funny enough, of because I invested in some rubbish coins. I remember. So can you show the XRP market? I know I can do it here, but I just wanna because it lags when I So. Right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Quite fast actually. That's nice. Let me just try and zoom in. Yeah. Okay. Do this. Yeah. Cool. Actually, very nice. Very nice. Actually. So yeah. So this is I know I'm taking quite a bit of steps. Hopefully, in the next video we do, it's going to be a bit shorter. I mean, it's going to be a bit more step by step. But this is just a generic video to try and give you a taste of the market. So we'll probably rush things quite quickly. But yeah, so this is like that cryptocurrency. So if I was gonna give it a good analogy, of the traditional market, or rather the stock market or anything. Probably this will be, so Bitcoin, I would say, is the king. So that would be probably Amazon or something like that. And then you've got Facebook, Netflix. So I would probably put Ripple as Netflix or something like that. So it's one of the big top. So it's just under the main guy. Um, so yeah, so this is XRP, and this is the first coin I actually bought, or this is the first cryptocurrency I personally got in. So I got into this market about uh yeah, actually it was 2017 actually. Yeah, so it's around here before the pump. So about, so I got in, yeah, around here actually. Yeah, it was around here where, I don't know if you guys can see it. Try and zoom in. Can you try and zoom into that? Yeah, just zoom in. Yeah. So I'm going around there, 20 cents. All right. So I got a bit of Ripple, 20 cents. I already had a couple £100. So I put in, at that time I was in university, I was studying, and then somebody introduced me to crypto market. I spent nearly a month understanding what's happening, what's going on. And then I finally was confident enough to put some money into the crypto market. And that's something I actually want everybody to firstly understand. Like, even if we're doing this video, I want you guys to actually study this. There are people who make money in cryptocurrency. Matter of fact, if you make money in anything, if you're not studying it, if you are not spending time to understand what you're doing, you are going to lose the money. That's like number one rule. Study it, understand what you're doing. And that's what I did for about a month. And that training and that studying has really been the most benefit thing I personally have had. So I bought in at 20 cents. Nobody was talking about this coin. Nobody actually knew what was happening with XRP or Ripple, right? Everybody was talking about Bitcoin, everybody was talking about something else. And for me, that studying really showed me that this is probably one of the best investments out there. And so far, I'm really happy of what I did. So you can see here, I bought in, and then it shot up all the way to like $3.80. So I remember it was about some crazy numbers. It was about 64,000% increase or something like that. It was absolutely amazing. I even called my brother, they're shouting on the phone, bro, you need to get I am rich. For a brief moment, I felt I really felt how Mark Zuckerberg feels right now. I am rich, bro. You can go out and anything, but as many people at that time, especially in the crypto market at that time, we didn't have this kind of money, we didn't have that kind of surge in rise of prices. So a lot of people were new to that kind of experience of making money very fast. And what happens is that we were not prepared for that kind of thing. So as soon as the market hit the top here, you can see that it just dropped like a brick, and a lot of people cried, a lot of people quit, a lot of people were wasted. And the reason why I'm still here is because I understand what this thing is. I understand what XRP is. I understand where we are going. And that's why we actually even created this YouTube channel, is that to give people that kind of understanding. And yeah, so if we go back to this, yeah, I want to show you this is because from the onset, I want you guys to have a good idea of that this is a global thing. So we're not talking about what's happening in America, or we're talking about what's happening in China. We're talking about what's happening around the world. And this is a crypto revolution. So it's a revolution of everywhere. So it's happening everywhere. The impact is going to be in everywhere. And so hopefully, I don't know, Tim, I don't know if I've shared like a good taste. I don't know if, yeah, hopefully I've been clear. Man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so guys, again, it might take a month, it might take you 2 months to understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to try as much as possible, or even us will try as much as possible not to share with you big words or anything like that. You get used to them. But yeah, this is the most important thing you ever learn in your life in the next 50 years. This will be the most important thing you learn. I have seen how powerful this thing can be. This crypto market can easily rocket very quickly, as you can see from that screen I showed you, right? Yeah. This only takes about 4 weeks, guys. Let me tell you that. That pump was only December, I would say November, December. Actually, it was not even November. It was
December.
end of,
It was December.
it was just 1 month.
It was 1 month.
It only takes 1 month to make 50K, 100K, 200K. 1 month. This jump here. So I want you guys to get that in your heart as well. As much as it's so risky, yes, it is. Quite a lot of risk. quite a lot of risk, and we'll cover that later. But I want you guys to understand that this happens is very fast. It is, things escalate quite quickly, and probably that's one of the reasons why we're smiling. That's why we're so we're laughing. That's why we were so I can't wait to really crack on with this when this market starts heating up, because once it's heated, oh my goodness, it just goes crazy. So anyway, I'm just gonna hand over the chat to Tim, Master Tim, and yeah, man.
Yes. So guys, pretty much I'm just gonna mirror what Boniface has said. Essentially, this market is amazing. What we're about to see is the transfer of wealth. This is probably one of the most important industrial revolutions we're going to see, which is the technology revolution. So we just need to understand two things: who moves the market and when they're moving it. All right. So I'm going to take you to a chart. All right. So I'm going to take you to Bitcoin. Okay. This is on a weekly chart, and I want to kind of explain to you the whole market cycle and what was happening. I'm using the BitMEX, chart for one reason only. I'll explain to you very soon. So, Jan 2017, about from the 9th of January. Yes. So we've actually seen a rally. Yeah. So people are buying. That was about 2000, Bitcoin around, let's say June. And then we've seen the actual pump from, let's say from November to December. Yeah. We've seen a pump, right?
Yeah.
And let me explain something to you guys. Yeah. With traditional markets, if this happened, let's say in the stock market, I'm telling you, a lot of people would have made money. But when this happened, when we started to see the retracement and the people selling, a lot of people would have lost their hearts. People would have jumped out the windows. So many things would have happened, and it wasn't a stable and a mature market. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a picture to kind of explain to you pretty much, cryptocurrency and where we are right now. Yeah. So I'm going to show you this, right? Right. 2 seconds, guys. Let me just fix up my screen. And yes. So I'm just trying to find a very important picture to kind of understand, let you guys understand the markets. Okay, so this one, right? So it's very, very simple, right? So a lot of people at let's say 2013 were disbelieving that Bitcoin was going to rise.
Yeah.
They saw a bit of rallying going to the top, about $2,000 per coin, hope. And then here comes the optimism. This is about 8,000 to 9,000. This is where we're currently at around right now. And we saw the market, again, believe through and through. We actually got to 20K. So we're about, let's say this is Bitcoin's chart. We got to about here, about 20K. And the problem with this is for a market to actually grow properly, for it to actually grow properly, it needs to have a steady buying stage and a steady selling stage. Okay. So what we've seen from here at 20K is a lot of people now were now thinking, should we get in more or should we come out? So a lot of people start to sell. Obviously, people that were still believing bought back, but ultimately a lot of news and FUD came out at the time. So a lot of people were saying, you know, Bitcoin is bad, it's a bad investment, it's going to scam you. So a lot of people are moved based on what they see on the news. So what we've seen is a lot of people started to become, people became complacent, weren't doing their research and just looking at the next person who knew more than them. So people got anxious, they start to deny the market, and people start to panic. This is when we saw the drop from 6K to about 3 to 4K, right? And we saw a lot of people, my friends, I saw so many people saying, this market is crap. I don't want to be in it. Get me out of it. And I'm going to give you actually a funny story, but it was actually one of the best lessons I learned in my life. I had a friend who actually invested into the markets, and he actually invested over 30 grand. And we got into the market at that time, and let's say about 2 years ago, at 20K. And we thought the market's going to go up, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. And we learned the hardest lesson ever. Obviously, thank God we know about risk. And one thing I will say to you before we actually continue is that this is a very risky market. Your capital will be at risk. It's like you going into a car, there'll be a chance you can have an accident. So what we at PenuelGroup will try to do is try to actually reduce the risk by giving you procedures and principles that will allow you to become an integral investor. Yeah. So what we've seen from about, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, we've actually seen, this happen in our markets, in the cryptocurrency. And what I'm trying to show you here is not the actual technical analysis. I want you guys to understand the psychological analysis. And a lot of people, look, if let's say, CNN or Bloomberg or BBC are telling you cryptocurrency is bad, you're more likely to trust them because that is just what you know. Listen to the news knows everything. But if you know about the news, you already know it's very manipulated. So a lot of things are said just to, for the institutions now to actually go against what the media have said. So we've seen, anger, people, depression, and then disbeliefs. And literally, this is a market cycle. So it goes up, it goes down, up and down, but generally it matures and starts to grow. So I'm going to actually exit from this, and I'm going to show you a very, very important conversation I had with one of my friends, just to let you know how serious this is, okay? So, so this is it. Just quickly, Boniface, can you see my WhatsApp?
Yeah, I can see your WhatsApp, yeah.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, this is a conversation I had with one of my friends. I'm just hiding his name for his protection, but you can see I can change my name, so this is actually a real conversation. All right? So I want you guys to look at the date, the 23rd of October, 2018. I had a conversation with my friend, and it was very important because it actually will show you why PenuelGroup will, help a lot of people in the future. So I said something. I said, do you think Backed will be released this year? So Backed is actually something that's really important. We'll explain it in future videos. I don't want to get into that right now because it's very complicated. But I said, I can't wait for Q4, early Q1 2019. I see Bitcoin dropping to 3 to 4K before the next bull run. This is the most important, bit of the conversation, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close WhatsApp to bring up, for charts again, all right? And this is where it gets really interesting, guys, okay? Because now I'm going to show you at this price here, if I go to a daily chart, let me just zoom that out. Yes. So this is perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put this arrow at the 23rd of October, right? We can see at the 23rd of October, I had this conversation with my friend, and I said that we're going to see a drop of Bitcoin to 3 to 4K before our next bull run. Yeah. I am going to show you how long it took before we had the drop. It took about 21 days, exactly 3 weeks after I said, again, this is not a financial advice. This is just my opinion based, again, on technical analysis and also psychological analysis, that the market actually did drop to 3 to 4K from 6K about, let's say 6.4, we got our first initial drop to about, 4K. We went into this range. I've placed this. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So I've placed this box of 3 to 4K here. And just for you guys to actually see the level, I said we're going to see accumulation period. So I didn't say it in the chat, but what I was basically trying to say to my friend, because he understands what I was saying, was we're going to see people buying at 3 to 4K. And we ranged in this market for about, let's say, 139 days, yeah? Which is pretty much, about, let's say, October, November,
Out of a year.
February, March, April. So about 4 or 5 months, yeah, we were ranging in that actual box. And then on the 1st or the 2nd of April, we actually saw a breakout of 3 to 4K. And around this time, there was a lot of speculation about if the ETF was going to be released. Again, I'm going to speak about that in another video. That's a whole nother, complex thing in cryptocurrency. But a lot of speculation was about regulation in the market at the time. And we all know that, once the banks want to actually enter the market, they're going to push the price down and actually want to get in. So around this area, we saw a lot of banks starting to open crypto funds, opening their currency desks for actually cryptocurrency as well. And we actually saw a breakout of 3 to 4K, which is actually really impressive, because if I now go to a weekly chart, it actually explains a lot, because we can see from here, we got to about here. Again, if I go back to that, picture, and if I can get up for you guys, 2 seconds. Yeah, so if I get that picture up again, so okay, let me just zoom here. So actually, okay, so you can see my screen and you see the picture, right? So when we were about here, this is where we were. So we were in anger, we were in disbelief. We didn't want to be in the market. I remember I stopped talking to my friends. I stopped talking to my friends. I just quit everything, man. I was so depressed. I was physically, spiritually, and mentally depressed, because imagine getting to the market around here. You were so optimistic. You thought, yes, I'm going to be a millionaire in the next 3 months. You told your friends, family, and then you see the market just go opposite. It can really hurt your heart, and that's what it done to me.
Why are they calling you like?
But one thing I will say to you guys, the reason why it's important to learn from a mistake was I got emotionally attached to the markets.
Yeah.
So I actually wasn't using my eyes to actually see what's happening on the charts and learning from, mistakes. I was using my emotions, and emotions can really mess you up in the market. So one thing probably the best advice I'll give you as a friend or someone you watch on YouTube is, do not bring your emotions into the market. It will destroy you, it will hurt you, and you lose a lot of money. Do you understand? So, guys, I'm just going to quickly, 2 seconds. I'm going to quickly now show you another picture, right? To actually show you the magnitude of cryptocurrency, yeah? So, if you guys can see my screen, okay. So, literally, this picture is basically saying putting the world's money into perspective, right? Obviously, this has changed. This is probably about 300 billion right now. But we can see right now, all cryptocurrency is about 300 billion. And we can see how much money is actually in the market. This is just an estimate. There could be more, and I'm sure there is more. But $83 trillion, right? Currently in cryptocurrency, we have about 300. Let me go to coin market.
Full screen, bro. Can you put in more money? World's money? Oh, God, sorry. I'll leave that to you.
Hold on, 2 seconds. Yeah. So the current market cap we have is $251 billion, right? Which is probably about $151 billion more than this picture. So we're still around here, right? I'm going to break it down to you as the most simplest way I can break this down to you. We are going to see all of this in the next 5 to 10 years go behind here, and this is going to come here. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. You can't change it. For example, Apple recently have started to actually bring out cryptocurrency dev kits. So basically, app developers now can actually start, creating cryptocurrency apps or wallets on Apple devices. Amazon is getting involved. Bill Gates has got involved with Microsoft. Facebook are actually going to make a global coin as well. So we're seeing the big companies, big institutions now actually moving to cryptocurrency. And the reason being is because I think for me, it's going to bring a lot of simplicity to, buying and spending. All right. So what we're seeing right now is we're seeing the accumulation. We're seeing the beginning stages of this market. Right. If I go back to the charts, yeah, because I like to look, the reason why I use Bitcoin and troll Bitcoin for a reason is because this is the most, let's say this is the most popular cryptocurrency. It might not be the best performing, but it's the most important and if not the most popular cryptocurrency that we have. So looking at this chart right now, if I was to, let's say, let me get rid of this picture. Hold on. So this is just a chart right now, yeah? I'm going to go to a monthly chart and I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to zoom out. And I want to show you where 100K is, yeah? So 100K is here. So I'm going to level that out for you. 100K is about here, right?
Yeah.
Why am I saying 100K? What does 100K mean to me? All right. So we've seen this market in literally 2 years get from $2,000 to $20,000 in literally 2 years, right? And you need to understand this is without institutional money. This is without the 0.1% investing in this market. So what we're about to see in the next 3 to 4 years, if not 5 years, is the institution coming into the market. But the only problem is the institutions don't like markets that grow too fast because they know that when it crashes, it's going to be unstable not only for themselves, but their investors. So we will get to 100K very soon. I'm not going to give you a prediction. I'm not a mathematician or a wizard. I can't tell you when we're going to get to 100K. But I believe we will see 100K Bitcoin very soon, simply because the amount of money that's going to come into the market. Again, if I go back to, CoinMarketCap, we only have 251 billion in the market currently. And let's say it's an estimate, there's $83 trillion in circulation around the whole world. So imagine now, this is imagination, and which will be a reality. Imagine just, let's say, $10 trillion comes into cryptocurrency. Do you know what it's going to do for this market? It's going to be so substantial. It's going to see actually all these products and projects actually start coming into place. So I think what you guys need to understand is this game is a patient game. You cannot make a lot of money as quickly as you did before, because what we see here, if I zoom back, we can see here, this is all retail traders pushing the price up. We see a lot of retail traders, some small hedge funds pushing the price up. The institutions were not in this. So what they've done is they've told the media, crash the market so we can get back in again. And this is literally what they're doing right now. So it is scary, but at the same time, it's for people like me and you, this is the best time to get into the market, because when they get in, we're going to see this market skyrocket because of the amount of money they're putting into the market. I think if you guys understand what volume is, that's what literally, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I don't have no indicators here. And the reason why I don't have no indicators is because I keep my trading very simple. I look based on price action and volume. How much money is coming into the market at the time. And for me, once we see a lot of volume coming to the market, it's going to be a sign, or let's say the start of institutional money coming into the market. So before I go, I'm going to show you 2 more things. I'm going to show you a picture that I saw, right? And this is going to explain a lot. Okay, so I'm going to put this as my full screen. So shout out to Josh. Is that Raja or Raga? I don't know how to pronounce his name. But what this is basically the last 4 Bitcoin return rate of return. All right. So in 2011, we saw a 318,000%. This is crazy at $31. Yeah. 2014, from here to here, we saw a 58,471% increase, and that was just only to $1,107 And if we get to the one which was recent, which is when I got in, when Boniface got in, which was here, this was an 11,000%, almost 12,000% increase, and that only got to 19,000, right? So by year 22, this is just his prediction. Let's see what he says. Each market cycle rates of return has been 20%, or 1 out of 5 from previous cycle return from bottom to new peak high. So what he's basically trying to say is, each time we are going up, we are seeing less returns, right? Less returns, but the price is going up, right? So he was saying by 2022, we're going to see a 2,000% increase. And I understand why he probably has done this based on this high here. So literally what we're doing, what the crash was, or let's say when people get out of the market, we saw a lower high. So this was the higher high, this is the lower high. And we're going to get to the next higher high. This is just, again, this is prediction. This market could literally go up here and skyrocket to $500,000 per Bitcoin. But he's being conservative based on, simple technical analysis. In fact, we might see a 2,000% increase, which will just get us to about here, which is about $78,000 per coin. And guys, for me, personally speaking, the market speaks for itself. I can't come and tell you that this is a flawed market. I can't come and tell you this is not a market we should get into. But I just want you guys to understand one thing. It's all about psychology and understanding, the most basic things. You know what I mean? So I really don't want to ramble too much, because what we're trying to do, again, we're trying to, create a series for you, which will explain literally the most basic things in cryptocurrency to the most advanced. So this video was literally just an introduction to, us, our mindsets, and where we're trying to go. And I believe what we're trying to be is integral investors, right? So we don't want to give any advice, because we're not financial advisors. All we're going to be giving is opinions based on what we have, which is our fundamentals, our technical analysis, and again, which is the most important thing for me, psychological analysis. Understanding where the market is going and who actually pumps the money into the market for us to see those substantial gains. So what I will say to you guys is basically, it's going to be very simple. Get ready, because by 2020, we are going to see the most revolutionary, thing we've ever seen in our lives. It's the start of the technological age, I would say. We're going to see a lot of more AI involved. We're going to see a lot more machine learning. We're going to see a lot of robots involved in this game now. So everything is going to be upped. So there's going to be a lot more money needs to be in the market for us to actually achieve these things we want to achieve, which is, i.e., building a quantum computer, going into space. We need more money. So the only way is actually bringing a new technology that actually has trust, which what cryptocurrency does. It eliminates the middleman, allows a transaction to be person A to person B, and it allows the whole world to see the transaction on the ledger. So I think that's really important. And I believe that, in the next 1 or 2, let's say 3 years, we're going to start seeing mass adoption. So I'm going to give you free advice right now. Again, not advice, opinions. Let me make sure I get that right. Opinions, not advice. I am not a financial advisor. Again, this is a very risky market. There's 3 things you need to know that will let's say, see the bull run, or let's say the next, big jump into the market. Mass adoption, scalability, and basically institutions actually investing into the market. Those are the 3 things. And actually one more, regulation. If these 4 things are not in, forget this market happening. It's not going to happen, because, for example, if there's no mass adoption, who's going to be using the cryptocurrency? It won't work, because nobody's going to be using it. Scalability. Are these projects that we see, are they scalable? Can they actually be used in the world? 3, institutional investors. If these guys who actually have most of your, for example, Fidelity, JP Morgan, HSBC, these guys, if they are not in the market, you're not going to see this Bitcoin go to 100K, because they probably have 70% of all money in the world right now. And us retail, investors, we probably 20%, 10%. Again, these are just, estimate figures. And last but not least is regulation, which I think is the reason why there's a lot of, let's say, in the market, there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, I really don't want to get into it because I thought it's going to be decentralized. So why is there regulation in the market?" I just think you guys need to understand, if we want the institutions to come into the market, they need their regulation. That's how they work. And I do understand. I get why they're doing it. I don't totally agree with them, having regulations to see, everything about who's spending money and everything. But I believe for their practice, it's really important to have regulation, because that's how they run. So this is why it's really important for you guys to actually understand the most important cryptocurrencies, because you want to get away from, let's say, the institutions actually, controlling your money. You want to have control of your own money, being able to have it in let's say in a cold wallet, whereby no one can access it, only you can access it. I think that's really important, because there's going to be a time whereby, imagine say something happens in the world and there's a financial crash, you'll be all right because you have actually a cold wallet. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's really, really important, because someone will ask you a question. So is the cryptocurrency market recession proof? It's a very interesting question. And I'm not going to talk about this in this video, because I think
we'll cover that later.
We'll cover that later. You know what I mean? So this is what we were about. Why I feel like you guys should, not even listen to us, but just to another way of confirmation to see if this market is real, is that we ask certain questions that most people don't. All right. Yeah. So it's the questions we're asking. Yeah. So I just want you guys to understand, look, we're here to, give our knowledge, give our, expertise, and also give our own opinions of where the market will go. It's not for you to follow. It's just for you to give you a confirmation or another confluence to say, what, I believe in this market. Yeah. And I've heard, 2 or 3 guys, a couple of people that I actually really listen to. Nicholas Merton, amazing guy. You've got so many people on social media, so many people which have amazing, opinions. But one thing, and I believe all of them will agree with me, is you do not give financial advice. That's not your job. You know what I mean? You need regulation for that. All you can do is give opinions based on, your own research and what you can see on the charts. So before we go, I just want to show you your website quickly that we're currently building. This is the first time you guys will see it. So, so this is PenuelGroup, Integral Investing, coming soon. Obviously, we're still building this website, and but basically, by the time this video comes out, this website should be running, and you'll be able to, get notified once we are, active. So once you click this button, you'll fill out the form, put your email, put your name, and then put any. Obviously, we're still actually configuring the website, and literally once you fill it out, once we start giving out information and what we're going to be offering in the market, you'll be the first person to get it. So I think pretty much from my side, that's probably be it. But if I was to literally go to XRP, all right. So XRP is probably one of my favorite coins. I believe it's going to be one of the biggest drivers in the market, again, because of what it does. One thing when you're looking at cryptocurrency is actually understanding what the product does. Forget how much percentage you can make. What does the product do? So XRP is going to be very revolutionary, because it's going to reduce the speed of how long it takes for transactions to get to each other. So
I think what we'll do, I'll have a video. We'll have a video specifically for XRP.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll show people exactly where it is. But yeah, you're right, man. So carry on, bro. Carry on.
So I don't want to get again too technical, because again, this is our first video. We don't want to tell you guys too much. But basically, all you guys need to understand is that, look, I have faith in this market. Yeah, it takes time for things to grow. Yeah, we will never I'm never gonna tell somebody get into a market that grows 5 million%, because the chances are that market is gonna crash to probably, let's say, when it gets to 5 million%, it will crash about 2 million%, and most of you won't be able to actually handle the psychological effects of that. This is why the institutions have to come to the bank to actually make a stable market. So we're gradually going to see the market go up and down, but overall we're getting lower highs, which will take us to where we want to go to, newer highs, newer levels in the market. And by that time, we've all matured as investors, matured as institutions, matured as a world to actually understand how this market works. Yeah. And that's all it is, because again, I'll be honest with you, fiat currency, traditional markets, they're not going to be here for very long. I'm just being honest with you. The way the world is set up, again, that's a whole different discussion, which I don't want to get into right now. But the way the world is set up right now, the monetary system is not going to be sustainable for the next 10, 15 years. There's a lot of debt in the market that, again, questions are being asked. Whose fault is it? Why did this happen? But all you need to understand,
Yeah.
cryptocurrency is going to enable us to have a free society that will allow us to spend money the way we want to spend it without people, putting interests and so many, economic things that will make you just confused. Because even myself, I'm confused about this economy we see in this world. It's just, why is it so complex? Why can't it be something that we can all understand? But I guess that's another conversation for another day.
I like
That's
that.
me for today. I'm gonna hand it over to Boniface for him to just round up with our video and take it from there.
Yeah, exactly, guys. Yeah, Tim has given a great analysis of where it is. I know there's so many words in there that you were thinking. Some of you were new. I think what's going on, what's happening. Trust me, yeah. After a month, you probably get what we're talking about: ATF backed, all these things, fidelity. You understand exactly what we're saying. But yeah, guys, it's a time to really get excited about life. This is a really good time to really get excited about what's really happening in the world. This is where the world is heading to. We're heading to a cashless society. We're heading to a more digital society.
Definitely.
We're getting into a time whereby, honestly, the geeks rule the world, if I would say that.
Yeah.
The geeks rule the world. But yeah, this is exciting, so exciting. This is one thing I love to do every day. So yeah, guys, get signed up, get into the YouTube channel. We'll be doing this maybe weekly sometime. One day we can start doing daily videos, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, man. I think we can just give a quick rundown what probably we're going to do in the next 3 to 4 months. Again, so we're going to
Yeah,
get this website running. Once we get the website running, we'll show you what we're going to be offering.
yeah,
One thing we want to do is make sure that we actually tailor our, let's say, not advice, but our opinions for each, or each person that watches our video. So actually, when you do get the link on your YouTube channel and you actually see the link when you click it, that's going to give you access now to give your own personal views of where you are currently, how long you've been in the market, how much you've spent, and how much you're trying to make. And it gives us a great understanding of what we could offer you. Because, for example, person A might have all the knowledge in the world, but just needs someone to give them confirmation. So all they will need is weekly videos. Whereas someone like me, who has, let's say person B doesn't know nothing and needs all they needs education, we
yeah,
will know, okay, we need to offer them education. Because if we give you a broad plan, which is, okay, I'm going to give you one package, or give you this, that, and it's just, broad, it's not going to help everyone. And I believe, as again, one of the key things about PenuelGroup is we're integral. We want to make sure that each person has a different experience when, coming to our company. So, yeah, so we're going to keep it very simple. I think simplicity is key. I'm not going to jar you with, RSI or MACD or Bollinger Bands, or tell you, fundamentals that happened in 1982 to give you a reason why you should trust us in the market. But I think what we want to do is make it very simple for you. We want to do the hard work for you so you can continue what you're doing in your life. Because obviously for me and Boniface, we've taken risks. Well, more of me. I'll give you, before we go, I left university. Basically, I left university for this. And a lot of people say, that's crazy. Why would you do that? I believe that, in life, if you don't take risk, you will never get rewards. And as I'm learning this, obviously, I'm learning a lot more about what I really want to get into. And what I was studying in university would have, helped me to really focus on this market. And I believe once this market does go up, I believe I will have enough time to go study what I want to study, which is psychology. Funny enough, I actually want to study psychology. So hopefully that will allow you now to understand where we're trying to go, which is we're just trying to understand you as an investor, as a reader of our channel, and as someone who wants to, gain more knowledge. The only way we can actually help you is by understanding you. So hopefully, give us the best, likes, shares, and subscribes. Tell us what you think at the, in the comments below. Let us know what you want us to, improve on, how we can make our videos shorter, longer, make it more, for everyone else. Just let us know. Give us all your feedback. That's how we're going to get better for you. And I believe, we're going to have a fantastic and amazing journey in the cryptocurrency market.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. That's a wrap up, guys. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this. I always wanted to do this, just to share and help people. And yeah, this is probably the best thing I've ever seen. To be honest, I don't know anything like crypto market. I've never seen anything like it. I don't think there's anything like it. So
That's all.
yeah. So that's it.
Not even the housing markets come near this. Not even arts. Nothing.
By the way, I'm in real estate, and yeah, it's nothing like this. Nothing like this. Nothing like this. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right then.
Thank you, guys.
Cool. Thank you
Have a
guys.
fantastic day. Enjoy your time, on the markets, and we'll be seeing you very soon. Thank you, guys.
Oh, cool. All right, bye guys. Bye. Is that it? Yeah. Have you stopped recording? Yeah.